What's up guys, I just wanted to do a quick video over cleaning your rear brake drums on your Jeep Wrangler or TJ or any vehicle alike. Some reasons you might want to clean your brake drum is if you're pulling up your emergency brake and it's not really working, you pull it up all the way and it's really light and your car still rolls. Or if you're like me and you're experiencing squeaking noises when you release your brake pedal, and that's from brake dust and just a lot of grime and dirt up in there. I'm also going to go over how to reset your rear brake drums. Alright, so let's get right into it. Tools you need for this brake job is brake cleaner, flathead screwdriver, and just some brake grease or high temp grease. First thing of course you want to do is take off your rear wheel. After you do that, your rear drum should come right off. If it's kind of stuck from old age, you can just pound around it like that and get some elbow grease in there and it should come right off just like that. So automatically right off we see all this dirt and grime all up in there, all over the rear brake shoes and just all over the brake components here and even in this here brake drum. So we're going to clean it all out. First thing we're going to do is we're going to grab our brake cleaner and just spray it all down. Alright, after I get a lot of that surface grime off, I'm going to go ahead and grab me a steel bristle brush. I'm going to scrub down these rear brake shoes and even this rear brake rotor. So I just slid on that brake drum backwards and I took my bristle brush and just wiped all the way around. You can already see all that dust and brake dust building up right there. That's causing most of your problems if you have squeaking issues or whatever. So after I'm done with that, I'm just going to go ahead and grab my brake cleaner and spray that out. Alright, so now since my rear brake shoes and every other component is clean from that brake cleaner and my rear drum is clean, I'm going to grab my high tip red grease and I'm going to apply some to the contact points on these shoes. Now we're not going to apply it to the shoe at all. You do not want to do that. We're going to apply these 3 contact points you see that are around the shoe. Now as you can see, I'm applying the high temp grease to those 3 contact points on the side of the shoe as shown. Again, you want to make sure not to touch the shoe with the grease. So this rear cylinder right here is what we're going to do to adjust our back brakes. Now there's a little rubber hole you can see that we're going to access when we put it on the back tire. You want to go ahead and pry that out. And we're going to put our screwdriver through there and pry down on this gear so it rolls up. And that's going to make our brake shoes expand. So before you do that, you want to put on the tire and take out that little rubber stopper right there. As you can see, I replaced the hub. Now we're going to go in through the back and adjust it to where this has little resistance so you can feel those brake shoes pressing against the side. We don't want too much so it can't roll, but we want just enough so we can feel it have resistance on the back of that. Okay, so I remounted my tire and as you can see, as I spin it, there's like no resistance on that brake at all. So I'm going to grab our screwdriver and you can see that back adjustment hole right there. I'm going to stick it in and I'm going to roll it downwards where we can adjust it and check the resistance each time we do that. You want to roll the tire. It doesn't spin freely like it used to. It has that shoe resistance against it, and that's exactly what we wanted. So let's tighten up our lug nuts and do the other side. Alright, so we clean and grease the back brake drums. Now the last thing we need to do is tighten up this brake cable right here, and that is the brake cable coming from your handbrake. So what you're going to need is your 13mm wrench and a pair of pliers or vice grips to hold it still. What you're going to do is you're going to vice grip this part right here with one hand to hold that still. You're going to get your 13mm wrench and just tighten that bolt right there so this cable right here isn't loose anymore, and then you're finished. Alright, so after putting the tires back on and testing it, it worked a whole lot better. The brakes are much tighter, doesn't take forever to stop, and the emergency brake yanks up about halfway instead of all the way, so that's awesome. If y'all guys have any likes or comments about the video, just go ahead and slide one down in below, and thank y'all for watching.